Good good morning. Few months after Baba announced, then Two-Face announced that he's going to be leaving Kennis Music. News broke out that Baba was attacked by unknown gunmen. In short, on a popular blog, they said he received 22 gunshots, but I don't believe in that, so ignore the number of that bullet. But he was attacked. That was in 2007. When the news broke out, every Baba fans were afraid. A lot of us were angry that what happened, it was so serious, and some indirectly pointed fingers at his former label executives, but there were no concrete evidence that that was coming from them. So that case died down. It was serious, seeing Baba with bandages all over his neck and his head. You get that there, and that was the first time he had that serious brutal attack after he announced that he's leaving Kennis Music. You see, Kennis Music has been a pivotal point in Baba's success in the music industry. After he left his former label, I forgot the name. You get the idea. So when he came to Kennis Music, he was brushed up, he was trained, he was groomed, everything was done for him just to make sure he become an international star that he later became. Kenny spent a lot of money and resources on Two-Face. With their connection in Ray Power and the radio stations and the media back then, they used it to push Baba's music all over the place. Back then, there was nothing like internet or social media, so you just have to have connection with the media if you really want to get your message across or your musician music to spread. So Kennis had that connection and they took advantage of that. That's why a lot of them artists back then, even Idris Abdul Karim, had a huge success. So they played a pivotal role in making sure Two-Face become the international star that he later became. They took him everywhere, worldwide, to so many shows in America, UK, everywhere. He became one of the first international artists Nigeria ever had, paving the way for the likes of Whiskey, Davido, and Burna Boy that we have today. You get that? So everybody was happy for what Kennis did to Baba in terms of his career. Sometimes back then when you walk from house to house, you hear different versions of Two-Face music and albums. He first did Face to Face, then Grass to Grace, and top albums. You get that? So after the issue with Kennis, and when he left Kennis, he did Unstoppable, which was also a very huge success, and other albums that he produced. Then everything was good. With that said, and that out of the way, why did Two-Face or Baba still decided to leave Kennis Music after everything? Why? Okay, that is what this video is all about. The first thing we're going to look at is the low payout. We all know that back then, I cannot say there was money in the music industry. There was not much money in the music and movie industry, but at least artists were getting paid with different avenues. You get the idea? But low payout was one of the reasons why Two-Face had to leave Kennis Music back then, because having realized that he's now a big artist, at least he knows what he now wants and what is expected to be receiving from the label, and he wasn't getting that according to several underground news. You get that? So he just have to leave for that reason. That's one reason why he left. And the second one is low production, low music production, low quality. Two-Face was already an international star and he needs good sound, music, and video. If you check out videos back then, you're going to laugh, you're going to smile a lot. So that's another vital reason why fine he can leave the label. And the other one is bigger brand. His brand is becoming so big. He just have to move on. Kennis Music can no longer manage Two-Face's brand back then. It was bigger than them, just like how Whiskey brand was bigger for EM Music to manage. It's the same thing that happened to Two-Face back then in 2007. These things will always repeat itself. So as a record label executive, you have to prepare yourself. If not, this fate is going to befall you, whether you like it or not. And the fourth one is international expansion. When the local artists find out that they are having international footprints, they will want to expand. Because the more they expand, the bigger they get, the more pay they receive. You get it? So they will always either international expansion, and they're going to have side talks and side encouragement from people closer to them that, okay, boy, you have to make this move. You are bigger now. You have shows in Ireland, you have shows in UK, you are there shows in London, you have show promoter in Texas, in Maryland. You know, you have those kind of side talk, and they're going to want to move. They cannot stay. And for the last reason is underground issues. There are so many underground issues Two-Face had with Kennis that never meet the light of day. We all know Two-Face is humble. Two-Face is not a talking type. He's quiet, you know. So there's hardly any, there's hardly any news that come out that, okay, Two-Face had this with Kennis, apart from the one we heard that is leaving. But we all know that there are many underground issues they had with the label, which he never heard out. Kennis himself, as a matured man, I respect Kennis a lot. I really appreciate the lot of things that he has done in the industry. Him too, as a matured man, he never mentioned anything about their issues. And I believe that's how life should go. But we all know they had several underground issues that they were not able to settle. And that was the reason why he has to depart. You get that there? So this video has cleared out the whole point why Two-Face had to leave Kennis music. I meant no harm to anybody. I will see you when I see you as I bring this video to an end. Thank you.